officially announce a very special offer. After this, it will be made available to all of our platforms. And this special offer, I am really hoping that you're a part of it, your clients benefit from it, and we continue to make home and ownership accessible. So today, with the launch of Capital Terraces, we're launching an offer to go with it. For this 3-bedroom, exquisitely finished 3-bedroom terrace, right? We have very limited units that we're putting out to you today for 78 million. Our 2-bedroom terraces with BQ are selling for 80 million. Now we have very few units of this 3-bedroom terrace that we're showcasing the show house to you today. We're releasing them to you to go make sure that your customers live their dream in Capital Terraces, right? So these houses are going to be going for 78 million. Now, that's not the end of the offer. The catch is, a lot of us have heard of Emirates. I have been talking about Emirates, in the last couple of weeks into months. So, for you to be able to key into this offer, we have made it really simple. You do an 8 million naira initial deposit for this 78 million naira valued 3-bedroom terrace house, and then the balance, we would connect your client with our mortgage bankers and they can access Emirates. So the balance is paid through Emirates. Does that make sense? So your customer is only contributing that initial 10%, that initial 8 million deposit. The balance of it will be paid through Emirates. Don't forget, it's limited units of 3-bedroom terrace. And this offer is running between now and the end of November. I have another beautiful offer going with that offer. When is multiple offers? Don't you like it? So if your client is able to subscribe and pay between now and the end of the month, there are 8 million naira. Your client stands a chance to win Z Flip, Samsung Z Flip phone. So your client would stand a chance. Of course, it's a raffle draw. That's why I emphasize stand. So if your client is able to pay up between now and end of the month, November is 30 days. So between now and November 30th, you pay your initial deposit, you get your pre-qualification with the bank, and everything is certain that you're going to be able to access the Emirate mortgage. You stand a chance to, the client stands a chance to, win that phone. Long and short of, this session is, we have this offer, very limited offer for 3-bedroom terrace units here in Capital Terraces, and you have between now and end of November to be able to get your clients to put in their initial deposit and pay up, Emirate will pay off the balance, right? So that's the offer that we have for you today. And like I said earlier, I can't wait to come back and host you at the handover ceremony. We did the launch of Capital Loft a couple of months back. If you look, towards your left, you can see the amount of work that we have done here in Capital Gardens with the Capital Loft and Capital Terraces. Also, I'd like to just say, continue to believe in us, continue to trust us. So we don't joke with that. We don't joke with delivering on our promises. We also acknowledge all of the work that you put in, all of the trust that you have, handed over to us, and we would consistently keep our word within the timeline that we have set and make sure that we deliver as promised. Once again, thank you so much for honoring us today, for being a part of the Capital Terraces launch. In a few minutes, we will unveil the show house, and please, let's make sure that every single person in our network, our families, our friends, partake from this offer. It is a limited one in a million offer. I don't think you can see, this house type with the quality that we have delivered here for that price. So please make sure that even you are a part of it. Thank you so much.
In the imperial form we had before.
Your client has already started for 1.0
but then they said because he did not meet up on the old price.
Don't worry. Let's have this conversation now outside here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, my question is also related to that mortgage. You said we should get the clients to pay initial deposit of 8 million, and then the balance, that is 70 million, will be taken care of by the mortgage. My question is there any interest on it, or is it fixed?
There's no free lunch in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. You've been a part of our meetings with our partners. In fact, I cannot remember any meeting that we hardly discussed mortgage. Right? We always, because financing options can be a concern for clients. So we try as much as possible to not just talk about our product and delivering. It's not just about us. It's not about the product. It's how the customer is able to access it and how it makes them feel. Bringing their dreams alive is not just by showing them a house. They have to also be able to access the finance to afford that house, right? So every loan that you want to take, be it mortgage or regular loan, attracts interest. The beautiful thing about MREF, which we have also countlessly discussed with our partners, is that MREF is Ministry of Finance Incorporated fund released by the federal government to aid home ownership, in the real estate industry. And so for you to be able to access MREF, you need to understand that eligibility is very important. So you have to either be working or be a business owner. And then of course the mortgage bankers, who are the administrators, they will do this eligibility test, right? So they go through your account, whether as an employee or as a business person, to be sure that you can qualify. Now you can take between 10 million to 100 million based on the cash flow that they see in your statement, right? Based on how much you're able to earn as an employee or as a business person. So based on your finances, you categorize, to show you what you can pay. And then another beautiful thing about MREF is that the tenure is also flexible. For those who are working, depending on your age, you can pay up to 20 years, over 20 years. If you're a business owner, I think it's maximum of 7 years. So there's a bit of flexibility with it. Now, the most interesting thing about MREF, two most interesting things about MREF. One is that it's a 10% equity contribution. And then the second is that the interest rate, which you cannot even find anywhere else in Nigeria, is 9.75% compared to regular mortgage that is between 30% and above. MREF is 9.75. So it makes it a bit easier for you to access. So based on your monthly take home, they do a breakdown for you and tell you what your repayment will be. Okay? So sir, there is no free money anywhere.
Last question.
Good afternoon, CEO. In the group, I saw a flyer that says the outright payment is 74.5 million and the payment plan for 12 months.
What house type did you see on the floor?
Capital Terraces.
What house type?
2-bedroom terraces.
There are two different houses. This is an exceptional offer, and it is 3-bedroom terrace. There are two different house
Okay,
types.
can we get a flyer for this in the group as well?
Oh yes, this was the baptism. So you,
All right, thank you very much.
yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
So do you guys understand it now? The 2-bedroom terrace with BQ is going for how much? No, outright. Outright is 74. Yeah, and if you're spreading over 12 months, it's 80 million. I think 80.5 for 2-bedroom terrace with BQ. I started with saying that this is an exceptional offer. This one is a 3-bedroom terrace. A 3-bedroom terrace going for 78 million. It's very limited, and we're pushing it out through Emery. So you do your 8 million deposit, and then the balance will be paid by Emery. All you need to do is engage with, with me, with any of my colleagues, would speak to the bankers. They access your, check their eligibility status, and if they're eligible for it, they will go ahead and discuss.
What then happen if they have the money
Is that
to
all?
pay instead of going through the MA?
Thank you so
Hello.
much.
Thank you all so much. My name is Oyolola Salim, and I am the chief errand girl on site. So, today we're launching Capital Terraces. I've heard so many questions, and let me start with, usually our style, when we're doing terraces, the first sample unit that comes out is that 2-bed terrace with BQ. That's what we've been hearing about. So we flipped the script this time around. We started with 3-bed terrace. So you just get a feel of the entire thing. And for some people that have been privy to go inside, I'm sure you're happy with what you saw. For others that haven't, I'm pretty sure that you'll be happier when you get it. This time around, I'll just have them pass the mic because I'm really, really, really just so happy that you're here. I'll take your questions, and maybe through the questions, me answering them will give you a lot of insight to this product. Is that fine? Thank you.
All right. So now the questions about this project, what you have to expect, what you're looking for, what your clients are looking for, and she's here to give us all the answers. And it's good you're asking the questions now, so that the answers you will give now are the one she will also show you some answers inside. Not just answers, you now show them answers. She is not like those your teacher in school that will say the difficult one say is an assignment. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Alaja. Yeah. Upon this 2-bedroom terrace, what is the size on the square meter? Because some client normally asks, what is the square meters of this house? And what is the square meters of all the rooms that we have? Thank you.
So the general square meter, each unit is sitting on 93 square meters. Each unit, building only, that's without your backyard or your car park. Wall to wall, all 4 quadrants.
What is the square meter of the room?
The square meter of the rooms.
The master bedroom is 16 square meters, that's on the first floor. The other 2 rooms, one is master bedroom is 23, the other 2 rooms are 15 square meters each.
Okay, that's
Kitchen is 11 square meters.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am.
It'll all be in the brochure. In the brochure that you're going to get, you'll have the entire floor plan in it. First things first, we have different prototypes of houses. We start from 1-bedroom apartment, which obviously is not for family. We have 2-bedroom apartments. We have 2-bedroom terrace with BQ. We have 3-bedroom terrace, 4-bedroom terrace, 4-bedroom terrace, 4-bedroom semi-detached with BQ, without BQ, 3-bed semi-detached with BQ, without BQ. And all of these things are on different price scales. What you want you can get in all of the things that we offer. Now, going to Citadel 1.0 Phase B, in that same site, we have, even for the 2-bedroom terrace with BQ and 3-bed terrace, we have varying sizes. If you speak with the facility manager there, or any marketer you find on site, or even an engineer, they'll show you the difference. And then when we actually started these terraces, it was actually called the Love Pad. So what is actually for family? I hope that answers your question though. Thank you. And then we have land that we're selling here, so they can build whatever they want. You can buy and build whatever you want here. In that brochure that you get all of that too there. But outright sale of 300 square meters is 79 million. Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, madam.
Please, I want to find out if someone who is not interested in the Emirate, is it also 10% initial deposit?
No, MRIF is what the government has given us to soothe that to help us out. Mortgage in Nigeria, the minimum that they even ask you for is about 25 to 30% equity that you have to deposit for that. You have to deposit for that house before you then talk about your payment terms and whatnot. And MRIF is the only one that gives you that single digit interest rate in Nigeria.
So what it means is that if someone wants to purchase this and doesn't want to go through Emirate,
Oh, you can buy it on your own. What you say
what is
for
not the initial deposit? This
30%. But there's an offer today.
yeah.
Time offer. So even if you want to buy without Emirate, client has to complete their payment by end of the month. Yes. Yes. So you can you have to
For the outright, for that price.
Yeah. You have to complete your payment between now and
There
November
is
6th.
payment plan, but it's a different price. And
No,
different
a brochure will be shared and with the whole plans.
So this offer is an exceptional and limited offer. It's only on the 3-bedroom terraces. And if your client doesn't want to use Emirate, that's okay. But it's one-off. It's an outright payment. If you're doing Emirate and the bank qualifies you, we know that within 4 weeks we'll get the payment. That's after the client has done their initial deposit. That's okay for us. But if you're not subscribing to Emirate, or your client is not subscribing to Emirate, it's one-off. Yes, and payment needs to come in
at that price.
end of the month.
At
At
that
78
price.
million.
Payment plan.
Is so yes, there's a different, but we don't have 3-bedroom terraces for payment plan now. What we have is 2-bedroom terrace with BQ. If your client wants 3-bed, we can begin to do something about that. But we don't have it on our offers for now. Thank you.
Like the land you said you are selling, how many square meters?
We have 300 square meters, 400 square meters, 600 square meters, and then 1,000 square meters for commercial properties.
I want to know the delivery timeline actually. Like now, one wants to get into Emirate. You know that this plan as a businessman, okay, I can take possession by next year, stay there, and utilize my rent to pay off. So when is one expected to take possession? If he starts today or tomorrow, is it 1 year time, 2 years? For the house to be ready.
So let me answer this for those that will do the outright plan. You get to move into this first quarter next year for the terraces, right? For those that have keyed into Capital Loft, the first batch are moving in at the end of this year. But if you're on a payment plan, you know that you will get your house when you finish. When you're on MRIF, the moment they approve you and give us that clearance, it means you've done outright to us. Do you understand? They pay us, you pay them.
So it means in a year time, the house should be ready for the person.
Way less than that, sir.
With the elevator.